Thank you so much for submitting our work and also this wonderful written rationale, really describing things quite nicely. It's really establishing good meaning here and showing me that you've really considered what's going on. You're giving a step by step. You're getting into a little bit of methodology and concept development, describing your thought pattern and establishing the communication and adhering to that communication throughout the campaign from the magazine ad through the web banner. So that's fantastic. You did mention the animation to all of the text and removing and only using the animation on the headline. I'm sorry, on the call to action, leaving the headline and subhead static. And that's fantastic. So you're talking about making the turtle move or adding a wave action. And I would recommend, for the scope of this assignment and for this course, I would recommend not doing so. Not that these can't be done, they can be done, but there are other Adobe software applications that are more streamlined in doing these type of animations and really adding more engaging animations. This is just a basic exercise in text animation to give you an idea of how to establish text, how you can bring the text back and forth from Illustrator to into Photoshop, and some of the capabilities therein. So it's not really an animation exercise per se. So if you want to experiment on your own, I definitely recommend doing so. But right now, remember, the rubric guidelines for submission indicate that the only thing animated in this particular banner is the call to action. Okay, you've done a great job. Background image, that's fantastic. This is nice. I think it's really super interesting the way that you've created that turtle, that sea turtle, and almost using the background as this underwater foliage. So this doesn't look unnatural. I think it's a really interesting choice, and one that took some guts to do that. It really did. I mean, is it going to work or is it not going to work? Let's place a turtle in a background that's on land, a sea turtle. Good decision. It works. So good job taking a chance there. In this particular case, that chance worked out quite well for you. The only thing I'm seeing in the ad that other than the obvious, and that is just to animate the call to action and leave the headline and the subhead static. Okay, so, and I would also recommend left aligning your type. It'll be a little more engaging in terms of activating the negative space associated with the picture plane itself. So I would go ahead and left align the headline and then retreat the headline and then retreat, explore, dive, subhead. So perfect getaway. And just pull that over, that whole thing over right there. Leave that static and then just animate the call to action, which I would also consider left aligning. So you have one solid left margin of type. That's going to create some good harmony. It's going to decrease the amount of eye movement in the page, indicating instead of going from here to here, then back over here, then in here, you're just going straight down the line. It's going to be a lot more comfortable for the viewer. Left alignment always is. Great job placing the logo. Everything's fantastic here. A couple of recommendations. I would include the location itself, not the entire location, because web viewers know that if you click on a banner, it's going to take you to the client's website where all pertinent information will be readily available. However, it would be nice for someone to know exactly where this is. Okay, so U.S. Virgin Islands, as I said, you don't have to include the entire contact information, but most definitely include U.S. Virgin Islands somewhere. You could place it down here. You could move the logo up, place it underneath. Wherever you feel it will fit. There's several different areas I see that it could fit, but just a little text indicating that it is located in U.S. Virgin Islands. I don't think you need the 3D effect on the type. I don't, and I think one of the reasons being is that it adds a little bit of how do I want to put it? I think it takes away from the message because the viewer, and I did this, I started looking at this type going, oh yeah, okay, so this is dimensional type. It looks like it's the shadows going inwards from the outer edges and non-existent or from above. And I just started looking saying, wow, how did that 3D work? And I lost track of the message. For that reason, I think that these effects on the type are working against the message. I recommend removing them, just using regular type in this instance. Other than that, I think it's a really, really a fantastic ad. And I don't see a lot of students elect to place the magazine ad here as well for comparative sake. So I didn't see that, but the banner itself is really done very well. So those are my recommendations. I'd like to see those recommendations applied to the banner for your final submission. Conversely, if you have any questions, comments, concerns about the magazine ad as it relates to the web banner ad, I'll be glad to provide additional comments and recommendations in that regard. So please keep that in mind moving forward. If there's anything you want me to look at between now and the time you turn up the assignment in coming up quickly, please feel free and I'll be glad to do so. All right, good job. Thank you.